Nalam tempus occurrit regi. No time runs against the king. Hello and welcome to Listen to Lead. Today we are going to continue the last chapter on extent and applicability of Indian Penal Code 1860 with the concept of Intra Territorial applicability of Indian Penal Code. Before we start, I would like to tell you that from today onwards there will be a question at the end of every video and you have to answer in the comment box, and the lucky winner will get a surprise from team Listen to Lead. So stay tuned because answer will be in the video itself. Friends, jurisdiction is the feature of a sovereign state and it implies to judicial, legislative and administrative competence. It may be referred to as power or authority of a court to hear and determine a case, to adjudicate and exercise any judicial power in relation to it by taking cognizance of matters presented before it. There are two kinds of jurisdiction of a court: the inherent jurisdiction, where a court is not empowered to try the case, and local jurisdiction, which refers to the limit of the area in which the court can exercise its powers. Let us talk about Section 2, which tells us the Intra Territorial application of the Indian Penal Code. Section 2 talks about the punishment of offences committed within India. It lays down that for every act or omissions contrary to the provisions of the code, every person shall be held liable. To hold a person liable under this code, the act or omission contrary to the law must have been committed within India. So we also need to know our territory to understand the concept of applicability of Indian Penal Code. The territorial jurisdiction of a state includes land plus the portion of the sea washing its course up to 12 nautical miles into the sea. This is also called a maritime territory of a state. In India, it extended to 12 nautical miles under the notification of the Government of India on 30th of September 1967. Friends, there was a case which was decided by Bombay High Court 1871. The accused sailed into the sea within 3 nautical miles of the coast and removed the number of fishing stakes belonging to the complainant. It was held that the local criminal court had jurisdiction over the offenders, that the code applied to the case, and the offence amounted to mischief. Heading towards the term use every person in Section 2 of Indian Penal Code. Here, every person means every person, irrespective of caste, creed, nationality, region, rank, sex, or anything, for an offence committed within the Indian territory. That means to commit an offence, a person needs to be a person. Does not matter he belongs to India or outside. In case of Mubarak Ali versus State of Bombay, 1957, a Pakistani means a Pakistani citizen, while staying in Karachi, made false representations and induced the complainant to part with money amounting to over rupees 5 lakh to the agents of the accused at Bombay, so that rice could be shipped from Karachi to India as per agreement. But the rice was never supplied. The accused was arrested while he was in England and brought to Bombay through extradition proceedings, where he was prosecuted and convicted under Section 420 of Indian Penal Code for cheating. The Supreme Court upheld the conviction and held that the offence was committed by the accused at Bombay, even though he was not physically present there at that time. Friends, it includes not only citizens. I am talking about Section 2. Section 2, when says every person, it not only includes citizens but non-citizens and even foreigners visiting the country. However, it does not include a non-judicial person such as a corporation or a company, because a company cannot be indicated and charged for offences such as murder, duplicity, robbery, adultery, bigamy, rape, etc., as these can only be committed by a human being. But of course, a corporation is liable for criminal acts or omissions of its directors or agents or servants, and for contempt of court on the principles of vicarious liability. Thus, a foreigner entering into India and committing an offence is punishable under the Indian Penal Code. Section 2 of the code is based on the principle that everyone means an every person present on the country's land or soil is under the protective net of its laws, and therefore must also be accountable for any offence that he may commit while present in that country, according to its laws. But as we all know, friends, exceptions are always there. So there are such classes of people who are not liable to be punishable for any crime under the code. I'm going to talk about those persons who are exempted. They are the President and the Governor of the state. Under Article 361 of the Constitution of India, the President and the Governor of states are exempted from civil and criminal proceedings. Friends, a foreign sovereign cannot be punished under the code according to the rules of international law. There are mainly two reasons for these exemptions of sovereign from jurisdiction of the court. First of all, the exercise of jurisdiction of the court of one country over a foreign sovereign of another country would be incompatible with the independence and sovereignty of that sovereign. Secondly, a sovereign being no respect amenable to another can be supposed to enter a foreign country only under an express license, or in the confidence that immunities belonging to his independent sovereign status, though not expressly stipulated, are reserved by implication, and that the same would be extended to him. Whatever the reason behind the principle may be, the states do extend immunities to sovereigns on the principle of comity and reciprocity. So friends, it was all about intra-territorial applicability of Indian Penal Code 1860. We'll come up with extraterritorial applicability in our next video. Last but not the least, the question for you is, can a German be guilty and punished for an offense committed in India without any limitation as to his corporeal presence in India at that time? Comment yes or no. Don't forget to answer in comment box. Friends, push the like button if you like us and hit the bell icon and become our partner in the journey of learning law. Share with friends to show your love. Thank you.